Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video that I'm bringing to you, I'm going to be reviewing a brand new stick foundation that just dropped by Milk Makeup. So they recently just came out with their Flex Stick Foundation and I picked it up around 2 days ago at my local Sephora. And this retails for I think $36, I believe, and I got the first shade, which was Porcelain. You can see like a little bit of it right here. So here's what the stick foundation looks like. So that's what it looks like. It's very heavy. It has like some type of weight to it. Feels very expensive. And we're gonna open her up. And that's what the shade Porcelain looks like. I feel like this shade is gonna be perfect for me right now. I feel like it's not the lightest shade that they have in a way, like to put it, this is the lightest shade that they have, but right now I think it'll match my crazy uneven tan that I have going on, considering that every other foundation in my collection is a little too light for me. So I think this would like do good. I'm gonna swatch it on my chest real quick, see how it looks. Yeah, like that is, like you could tell it's a little light when I turn to the side, but it looks like it's actually gonna be pretty good for right now. Before we start stick foundation, I'm going to read some of the claims. The Flex Foundation Stick is a medium coverage, natural finish foundation that covers, calms, and flexes without creasing or caking. Now, I'm like a creasing queen. I have wrinkles on my forehead, smile lines, my under eyes. So I want to see how this like performs. I'm gonna be using a sponge to apply it and see how that goes. This is the Real Technique sponge, which I find to be the best drugstore sponge. I like the Morphe one, but I always go back to like the Real Techniques. So before we do that, let's start priming. I have two primers here that I chose out of my collection. I have the Mini Hydro Grip Primer, Hydro Grip Gel Primer, or whatever it's called. This one right here, it's so cute and tiny. And then I have the Mini Primerizer by Smashbox, which has been my favorite for so long, like a whole year, if not almost 2 whole years. So I definitely want to hydrate on certain areas. So I'm gonna take the primerizer and I'm just gonna be applying it. And where I need foundation and makeup in general to stick is around my nose area. I notice that it tends to lift a little bit there. So I'm just going to be applying just a little bit of the Hydro Grip Primer in this area right here. I'm going to be like tapping it in and massaging it. So we are all primed and ready. Let's start with the application of the stick foundation. So it says medium coverage. Let's see if that's true. I don't know what side to begin on. I guess we'll begin on this side right here. Wow, that's actually kind of light. That's fine. It's gliding on a little, like you could tell there's no grip to it. Like it doesn't feel very dry. It feels very hydrating. It's gliding on very smoothly, which I like already. Also, this smells like really good. And I'm gonna take my Real Technique sponge. I'm also gonna take a little bit of my Evian facial spray just to hydrate my face a little bit. I'm gonna take my sponge and we're gonna start blending this in. With the sponge, I'm getting very natural light coverage. I'm actually liking it. It's weird. Like, it's a coverage where it's like you could tell like there's a difference on your skin. Nothing too crazy, but it's something that if you just really want to throw this on, blend it out with a sponge real quick, and then like head out the door, like this is gonna give you that really natural skin like finish, and it's gonna look good. Like it doesn't look cakey or anything, and it's not clinging onto any like dry patches that I have, which I usually only tend to have when I pick at any like blemishes or anything like that. I'm gonna go in with a second layer, but trying to like not add as much. as the first layer. That's actually like really nice. I know I'm not filming on like my Canon camera right now. I'm filming on an iPhone 7 Plus, but like, so you probably won't get like the full like HD of this, but it really does look very skin-like, and I like that. Like, I love it when my stick foundations have coverage to them, but on days where it's like you just want to have something on your skin and head out the door, this is one of those products that's gonna have people like, wow, like your skin looks amazing. Although my skin definitely does not look as amazing. It doesn't match my body. This is why I don't really like summer, because I don't want a tan. It just happens, and like I get busted ass tans, and then there's no point in me buying foundations that match my tan, because within the next, like we're in September, within November, I'm gonna be a pale ghost again. So I want to make sure that I'm buying shades that I can wear all year round. But I'm very, very, very impressed with this foundation so far. I would say it's a light to medium coverage foundation with a sponge. I do think I want to go over here with a brush. Well, I'm going to be taking this like flat angled kabuki foundation brush. So I'm just going to take the stick foundation on this side. So on this side of my face, it's usually my most clearest side because I don't sleep on my right side. I tend to just sleep on my left side, so that's why I break out more here. But let's apply and see what we can get out of it. That seems good enough to start out with. Again, I'm also going to be wetting the brush a little bit. I'm so skeptical of brushes. Like, it's a hit or miss when you use a brush. Okay. Everything's like blended out. I know everything's uneven. I have to do my forehead and my nose. I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. My nose will always be applied with a sponge. Brushes look horrible on my nose. That's just a preference. But right now with a brush, you get a little bit more coverage. It still looks very, very, very skin-like, which I like. You don't notice like a complete difference with a brush or a sponge, besides the fact that this applied it with a little bit more coverage and the sponge just soaked up a little bit more of that coverage. But overall, like the finish of it, it's very skin-like. Light to medium coverage for sure. Looks so good on the skin. I really do wish, you know, I was rich and I could ball up and actually buy a second shade of this foundation, so I could like wear it for as long as I have, you know, a tan for. But I'm like so obsessed right now. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna go on top with my sponge real quick because it's just like a force of habit. I just want to see if it does anything different. And I'm gonna go in with a second layer on this side either way. So this is just like to mush everything together, if that makes sense. Like, it's just a habit. All right, now we're gonna go in with layer number 2. Just gonna, like, we don't need a lot. Just really impressed. You could tell that this side has more coverage than this side over here because you can see a lot. So I'm just gonna go over this side a little bit with a little bit more coverage and the brush. I'm obsessed. Okay. I'm obsessed. Like, I'm gonna go off camera, finish everything up. I'm not gonna apply concealer, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I applied the foundation all over my face and I am still obsessed. On my forehead, I went in with the foundation brush and it applied amazingly. On my nose, like I said, I went over with the Real Techniques beauty sponge and it looks really good. This is definitely the foundation that I wish would have came out like in June, back in June, so I could like wear this all summer long, because this is the foundation. This is like the perfect like summer foundation for the days where you just want to have something on your face but not make it look like you're wearing a full face of makeup, if that makes sense. Very natural. You get a little bit of like this radiance to your skin. I like it and I'm not mad at it. I love my full coverage, my cake face. Love it. I love it so much. But the fact that I'm like over here and I look like a fucking ghost, first of all. Anyways, the fact that I'm over here like obsessed with the fact that I can see some of my freckles, I could still see a little bit of my acne spots, like that's good to me and I like that. For the days that I want to go out and I don't want to wear the thickest layer of foundation, I could just throw this on with a little bit of concealer and we're good to go. Like this looks way too fucking good. So I'm gonna go off camera. I do have a new concealer that I'm trying out today, so I'll let you guys know how that one works. I picked up the NARS Mini Radiant Creamy Concealer. I picked up in the shade Light 1. So I'm gonna try this out and see how it looks with this foundation, and then I'll let you guys know. But I'll be right back to give you guys my thoughts on the foundation. BRB. Okay, so I'm back. I've set my under eyes with the Kat Von D Loose Lock-It Setting Powder. That's like my favorite like setting powder. But today, just because I want to like try and get my base to match my body, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Powder Foundation. It's a little darker than my Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation, which is my favorite one. I feel like it makes it look so flawless. I haven't really used this powder a lot, but I did use it to set my lids today, so you could tell. Maybe it's just me. It's a little darker, so I'm just gonna spray my brush a little bit with some Evian spray just to get it a little bit like wet and like, I don't know. I just hate using like to set my face. I hate using powders. I hate using brushes, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna tap on in. I'm gonna see if this gives us. Okay, so I'm back. I did like my base. I didn't add a highlighter, but you know what it is. The Milani Big Blush and Luminoso gives you that really nice glow, if you know what I'm talking about. So I did my bronzer, my contour, a little bit of nose contour, a little bit of nose blush, and all that jazz. And I'm gonna give you guys a quick thing of what I think about. I did set my face with, in certain areas, I did set my under eyes, my forehead, my nose with the Kat Von D Lock-It Loose Setting Powder, which is amazing. I love that one. I think that's the perfect loose setting powder just because it's a very thin, lightweight formula. And then everywhere else, I used a pressed powder foundation. To be exact, I used the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Powder Foundation. I used their lightest shade, which is Fair, I believe, and I used that everywhere else. I think everything came out very nice, very well. My base still looks very flawless, still looks very much like skin, but just a little bit more on the matte side now. Before it was very radiant, so it gave you that real like true skin-like finish. Now since you know you added setting powder and all that jazz and powder contour and stuff, it does look a little more on the matte side, but still good. My under eyes are creasing a lot, and I'm pretty sure you can tell how much like creasing is going on. I will try and go back in and fix that with a little bit more setting powder. I don't like to bake under my eyes anymore. I feel like when you have fine lines, it's not good to really bake under there. It just enhances them even more and dries your under eyes out even more. But overall, I am very, very, very much obsessed with the Milk Makeup Flex Stick Foundation. This is amazing. I'm gonna be wearing it throughout the day, and I'm gonna be doing check-ins with you guys to see how it wears officially. Right now I finished doing my makeup. Technically I just need to add mascara and that's it, and like a lip product. It is currently 1:07 p.m. so I think around like 8 o'clock, 8 hours from now, should be a good time to just like do a full-on review to see if I get oily or anything like that. I have to, I believe, run to the post office. I have to go to my sister's house, so I'm gonna get a good wear in of this face today, and I'm gonna see how it looks. You know, I'm really curious to see how it, like already under my eyes, it's creasing a little bit over here. My forehead still looks very good. I'm gonna assume that it's only gonna crease a little bit more on my forehead. Smile lines is what I'm also gonna be looking at. Want to make sure, you know, none of these wrinkles that I do when I make weird fucking faces stick out. So yeah, I'm actually gonna finish the rest of my makeup, lips, and mascara, and I guess I'll see you guys at the check-in time. Okay, so I want to update you guys. I'm about to leave the house now. It looks like it's gonna rain. I don't know, but I have to walk outside to go to my sister's house. But it's 2:37 right now. What is that light? I think that's my FBI agent checking in on me. But yeah, I just want to show you guys my complete like beat in case I haven't already, because I can't remember. But yeah, that's my complete beat. It's this look right here. Very nice, very natural glam. So far I'm loving everything about my base right now. It's the first time in weeks, in almost like a month, I would say, that I finally look like my base looks decent enough. I'm wearing a hoodie. It's like 72 degrees out, or 73, but I'm still wearing a hoodie because my base is too light for my body, so covering it up, hiding it by wearing this hoodie. Okay, so, oh look, you can see me in the background. So I will update you guys in 7 hours on what my face looks like. Okay, so it is now 6 o'clock. I'm back home. I have 2 more hours till I could take this face off, but so far, here's what it all looks like. It's definitely creasing heavily on my forehead, but not as badly as I would expect it to. And then under my eyes right here, so definitely creasing right there. Around my mouth, right here, and a little bit right there. But overall, not bad. Not bad at all. It's looking pretty good on both sides. The creasing isn't that much. I've had it on for 6 hours now, and it doesn't look like it's creasing like as much as like a normal liquid foundation that I would wear, which I would assume would make me crease more because it's liquid and I usually layer it on. But so far so good. I'm really liking it. It really looks good. It feels like I have nothing on my face. It is not transferring. It's not leaving prints behind. And like I said, I only set my forehead, my nose, and my under eyes with a loose setting powder. Everywhere else was just with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder foundation. So yeah, I guess I'll be back to update you guys in 2 hours. I can't stop looking at myself because I look so good. Okay, we're back. It is 8:06. As you can tell, my FBI agent is present. So I've worn this foundation for 8 hours now. This is what it looks like. Let me turn, like, maybe if I turn my, like, there you go. This is what my base looks like right now. I have some creasing on my forehead, as you can tell. Smile line creasing actually isn't that bad. Usually it looks so horrible, and my under eyes actually looks really good. I am, as you can tell, this isn't highlighter anymore. I'm very oily on my nose area, and oh my god, just by touching it I feel the oils in my nose. So that's like, oh my god, I can't. I look so oily. It's disgusting. But overall, this foundation has held together so freaking good. Like, it's held up so good. 8 hours. It looks good. I like the way it looks. Like, I can't complain. Like, down here, you know, it creased a little because, you know, I've been munching. I will say this, that it's already starting to separate on my nose. That's something that this camera isn't gonna pick up. And I want to see if the camera could like pick it up. So you can see all that. That's like separation because of how oily my nose is getting. That it is, the makeup is just wanting to like come out of it. So there you go. You can see my under eyes a little bit better. Trust me, usually it looks way worse than this. And my forehead looks pretty good. Like I said, down here looks not so bad. It could definitely look way worse. Like usually it does. But other than that, yeah, like it has held together so freaking good. I'm like really impressed. I'm pretty sure if I needed this base to last a little longer, it definitely would. I want to say that the Hydro Grip Primer definitely helped the foundation stick to my nose. That's a problem I have. Usually my nose looks like this all the time when I don't use that primer. But now it just looks like this because, you know, I did walk in the humidity today. It was a little humid. It's been on for 8 hours. It's gonna start separating sooner or later, but I'm glad that after that, within 8 hours, my makeup looks good. Like it still looks very, very, very good, and I'm very impressed for a stick foundation. I will say this is the first stick foundation that has lasted me this long and held together so well. So yeah, if you enjoyed my review, make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. You can purchase the Milk Makeup Flex Stick Foundation at your local Sephora, order it online, order it on Milk Makeup's website. I'm just like really happy with everything right now. Like this might be my new favorite foundation, especially when winter comes. This is going to be a favorite of mine and I know that already. So yeah, I'm very happy. Milk Makeup really came out with a good one right here. I got my little and I oops scrunchie over here. So yeah, I'm getting ready to take this beat off, this nice natural beat off, and about to slip into bed. So thank you so much for watching my review and demo and wear test on the Milk Makeup Flex Foundation Stick. And I'll see you guys next time with a new video. Bye.